In this video, I'm going to show you how I make holiday storage boxes. I do them by theme, so I'll do fall, spring, Christmas, and I use for like the decorations is my favorite is the kids' artwork from when they were little. I just love those because then when I get my boxes out every year, I can look at their artwork and enjoy it every year rather than it being packed away. I also use greeting cards. I'll use thick wrapping papers or pages off of calendars just to decorate my boxes. And then after I decorate them, I put a protection on the edges, and then I put coatings on the boxes themselves so that they're really sturdy and that they don't get ruined, because I don't want my kids' artwork ruined. And I have been doing this for years. I do a getaway with my sister once a year, and I don't do them every year. I try to do one a year, and I have 14 of these boxes, and I haven't done every year like I said, so I've probably been doing it about 20 years. And anyway, I'm going to show you how I do this and what boxes I use, and let's get started. So the supplies you need for your holiday boxes to get started, of course, is the box themselves. And I like using fruit boxes because they have a lid and a bottom, and I decorate the lids and then they slide onto the bottom of the box. And you know, these are apple boxes. I used to go into my Safeway store and the produce guy would save the boxes for me. And then I just went to a local packing shed here in town and they gave me brand new boxes, which I actually like better because then they're clean and not used. And I do like the fruit boxes because of the slide on the lid and the bottom. And you know, if you're in a warmer climate, you could get orange boxes or boxes from, I don't know, grapefruits or anyway, so fruit boxes or boxes that have the slide on lid. Then of course you need scissors, X-Acto knife to cut your cards and artwork, calendars, any kind of glue stick works. And then I use a soft brush and this Mod Podge, and I use the gloss. It comes in a satin finish or the gloss, and since they're holiday boxes, I use the gloss. And with the paint brushes, I used to go to the hardware store and get those cheap ones, but then when you're using the Mod Podge, bristles would come off and then you'd have to be pulling bristles out. So I use a decent paintbrush with my Mod Podge. And then packaging tape. You need the thick packaging tape because once you get all your artwork on, you're gonna need to go around the edges so the cards don't catch and that they have a nice finish to the edges, so the packaging tape. And then of course, I keep this box, and whenever I come across cards or pages of calendars, I just stick them in this box and save them for when I'm going to be doing my artwork. I've been saving 4th of July and also St. Patrick's Day stuff because I don't have a 4th of July or St. Patrick's Day box yet. So I've been just kind of stacking those up so that I can put one of those together later. And anyway, so these are all the supplies you need. It's not much. And let me show you. I thought I would show you what I'm doing for my side of my box. On the edges, I try to wrap the cards around. It kind of gives it a finished edge. You don't have to if it doesn't work out somewhere. But then I can use calendar pages. You can use greeting cards. You could use pieces of wrapping paper. And of course, my favorite, my children's artwork. That's Collins, Cameron, and Adele. And then I just use a regular glue stick to glue it down. It can be any brand. And that's my next side. On this end of the box, I decided to put this little turkey that my son Cameron did when he was in grade school. And I'm putting it on the end because it's raised. And if I put it on the end, it won't get damaged, because on the sides or the top, I stack them and I also slide them in side by side. And what I do is I figure out my greeting cards and other artwork. This is another picture by my son Cameron. And I'll figure out the underlayer, and then my centerpiece, which is my turkey, I will lay over that so it all blends and looks nice. And to cut out this little handle in the box, I just laid this where I wanted it. And then I took a pen, and on the inside, I just did like continual circles to figure out where to cut. Then I cut the little handle out, and it's good to go. And I think this side is going to be really cute. So I've got all my artwork in place and nice and secure. And I'm really happy with how this fall box turned out. I'll show you all the sides. I'm really liking it. So anyway, and then the top. So then my next step that I do is I take my packaging tape and I am going to put it on all the edges, because I don't want the cards to catch on anything or the artwork to catch on anything. So I put it across there, and then I fold it down the side of it. So then it gives that really nice finished edge and doesn't catch. And I'll do it on all the top, then I'll go down all the sides. I even do the handles. I put tapes on that because I don't want those to catch. And I do tape on the bottom here as well. And if I have anything that I'm afraid will get ruined, like I might put some tape over this little turkey just to make sure that it's secured. And I put the tape on before the Mod Podge, and it doesn't really show after you put the Mod Podge on it. So I will continue. Oh, I hate when that happens, that the tape falls off. But I'll continue this process all the way around, and then we'll do our next step. That tape dispenser has little teeth on it that you're supposed to be able to cut the tape with. I can never, ever get those things to work right. So that's why I'm using scissors. A more skilled person, I'm sure, could use the little tape dispenser the way it's supposed to be used. Oh well. I didn't want to cut this turkey's feathers off. That's why I wrapped them all the way inside the box, because I didn't want to cut them off. And now I'm just going to do these handles here. I love doing craft projects, but especially the ones I use and enjoy. And these boxes I really do enjoy. I've had a lot of fun putting them together and enjoying them. And then, like I said, I'm going to put some tape on this little turkey because I don't want it getting ruined. So I'm just going to put a little bit on him. So there, got it all taped up so that I don't have any edges that will catch and tear. And let's move on to our next step. I just wanted to show you a few more of my boxes. This one's a fall box, even though the lion isn't, necessarily fall, the colors were fall. So that's why I put the lion on there and the little school bus. So anyway, super happy with these boxes. They make me happy. So anyway, I was going to ask you, if you enjoy these videos, if you could push the like, subscribe, and notification, I would really appreciate that. And on this turkey up here, because it had little crepe paper, I put tape over it first so that it would keep it protected. Here's a Christmas box. But anyway, is that a cute deer? You get the idea of the boxes. And they are really fun. And I enjoy them. And anyway, there you go, a few more examples. So I'm ready for my final step. But before I show you my final step, I wanted to show you something I use. Pictures. And I wish that I would have thought to do that sooner. So I put a picture. This was my kids. My son Cameron in the 3rd grade got this Dixie cup sent home with pumpkin seeds that had been starting to sprout. So we planted them and they went crazy that year. So we had this huge pumpkin patch out of that Dixie cup. And then this one's a picture of my son Colin in a little clown outfit that I had found at a yard sale. And anyway, I think I will go through some snapshot pictures and add them to my other boxes, because I have more trick-or-treat pictures or Christmas pictures that I can add to my boxes, and I just think it'll make it that much more special. So now what I'm going to do is my Mod Podge coat, and I'm going to put 2 coats on. I just opened this. I didn't open all the way because I thought, well, maybe it won't dry out or it'll stay better for a long time. Like I said, I only do 1 a year, so I don't want it to dry out. I don't know if it will. It doesn't. Never mind. Anyway, so I'm going to do a coat, and then I'm going to let it, and you just stick it right on top of everything. So like this is my snapshot picture, and it dries clear. And oh, what I need to do though is I laid garbage bags underneath it so it wouldn't get on my table. And I was thinking I could put it on this, but it's too tight of a fit to get this part. So I went out of my garage and got another box. It's another fruit box, surprise. And I'm just gonna put it that way so it's up off the table and I can get all the edges and the whole thing. And like I said, I'm going to do 2 coats. So I'll just get this started. One of the things too I didn't mention is when I'm putting my Mod Podge on, I go the same direction because it will show like, not bad, but like little lines. So I don't want that to happen. One more tip I can give you is, I didn't even think about it, I forgot, is my son used mark pens for this piece of artwork. So I should have put tape over it because I'm doing it quickly because it kind of bleeds a little bit. It's not super bad, but I could have put tape over that as well just to avoid that. And anyway, I didn't. It's not bad, but just a thought that you could do if you do artwork that is mark pens. The pencils over here, colored pencils, don't smear, and just the mark pens. So I already see that I'm glad I used this because I've got drips on it already. So, okay, got it all coated, and this was done with mark pens. So what I did is I just lightly and quickly went over that, and then when I do my second coat, I can do a thicker layer on it. I just didn't want it to smear, and I didn't tape over it. So anyway, letting this dry and doing a second coat. So the box is dry, and it took about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most. So I'm going to put on a second coat, and then my box will be done. So yay! So thank you for watching. Again, if you could hit the thumbs up, notification bell, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Thank you.